Hello and welcome, all you beautiful, beautiful people out there today. Happy Monday, November 15th. We are here going live just like every Monday. Before we get going too much, I do want to apologize for missing last Friday. Big Amo had a slate of games ready. He hit on some really good bets. That was just my fault, man. And it was my first episode to miss. And what are we at? We are on episode 274. So that was my first episode, my first day off on a Monday through Friday podcast and 274 episodes. And I just want to apologize first off because that's just not who I am. I don't really make excuses for not being there. I'm somebody that very firmly believes 80% of success is showing up. If you don't show up, you can't do nothing with them. If they don't want to play, you can't do nothing with them. You got to be able to show up. You got to be there. 80% of success is just showing up in life. Let that be a lesson to parents out there. Let that be a lesson to anybody in a position of work and are in a leadership role. You may not always have the answers. You may not always feel good, but you got to be there because being there is better than 79% of the people. 79% of the people won't be there. All right. So I apologize. I may not be the best bettor. I may be awful at fantasy, but I'm somebody that's always there. And if this podcast does nothing else, I just want to be there for you. Okay. And that's who I am. So once again, may not be the best bettor, may be awful at fantasy, but at least I'm here. That's my strength, right? And I want to make sure I keep being here for you for the rest of the season. So until 2022, I promise not to miss another episode. That's my first one in 2 years to miss, but that won't happen. And 2022, I may change the format around. May go into a little shorter series, may just do live streams. I don't know what we'll do, but we'll change it up, and it might not be 5 days a week. It may be more than that, maybe multiple times a day. But until 2022, or preferably until the Super Bowl, which is February, we will be 5 days a week. We will be going at least till January of the new year. All right. Well, let's get down to business. Okay, we got to review the games yesterday. Not a bad slate of games. Everything went, I think it went kind of as it predicted. Titans beat the Saints in a very close game. We thought it was all going to be close. We thought the Saints might have a chance to upset them, but the Titans are one of those teams over the past 2 years that wins close games. They had a crap load of penalties down there inside the 10-yard line. I think it had 9 plays to score inside the goal, but that's the difference in the game, and that's the way it goes. Bills just creamed the Jets. We knew that was going to happen. That was a for sure thing. Lions and Steelers, we thought once we heard Big Ben was out, we thought this game would be close. It was as close as it could get, 16-16. It was a tie, our first tie of the year. Congratulations to the Lions on not losing. Colts at Jaguars, they tried to make it more of a game at the end. The Colts came back and kicked a field goal to close it out, and the Colts won this game, as they should have. The Colts in the AFC South looking better and better and better every week. Washington at Buccaneers. Hey, I bet on this game. Unfortunately, I parlayed it. But I did think that Washington had a chance to be better than they thought because Washington gave the Buccaneers everything they could handle last year. And it's crazy to see Tom Brady come out of a bye week and lose. But let that be a lesson to you. Sometimes bye weeks aren't that great. Sometimes teams that are in rhythm and need to stay in rhythm. What do I tell you guys? Rhythm is very important. The team with the best rhythm wins. And sometimes bye weeks affect people's rhythm, and they end up having a bad week the next week. Look for them to bounce back. The Patriots just went all over the Browns. The Patriots hit the over by themselves with 45 points. The Browns are who we thought they were. They're nothing without their running backs. Why did they go out and pay their guards $100 million? The Browns paid both their guards $100 million this past week. Why'd they do that? Because they're really good at running the ball. And Baker Mayfield will not be the quarterback next year. I'm sorry. He's not good unless everything's going well. Another just beat down we saw coming, but didn't see it happening this way. Cowboys 43, Falcons 3. I thought it would be a little closer. The Cowboys came out and showed everybody, hey, that was a fluke week last week. Let's prepare. What did I tell you about bye weeks? Teams in the best rhythm usually win. Panthers at Cardinals, man, that was a beat down by the Panthers just coming out the gate. Hello, Cam. I'm back. That's what I should have started the show with. I'm back. You could feel that energy coming from him and him to show everybody that he is still an elite NFL athlete. He threw a touchdown. My God, he found Robbie Anderson. It took Cam Newton coming back to make Robbie Anderson relevant. Somebody said, "Oh yeah, I knew that was going to happen." Shut the hell up! You didn't even know Cam Newton was going to Carolina last week. Had somebody try to tell me, "Oh, I knew that." I was like, "Well, we knew Sam Darnold sucked, but we didn't know that Cam Newton was what Robbie Anderson needed." But I was really glad because I have Robbie Anderson in probably about 10 best ball teams. And I have Cam Newton in about 2. I'm not sure he got enough to be the starting quarterback, but I didn't expect that to just kind of be taken over by Mac Jones in the way it has. But Cam Newton coming back to Carolina, just let that man be the quarterback. Let him go out and just be – he's the best player that your franchise has ever had. Let him be that person, okay? Vikings and Chargers, a bet I lost. I thought the Chargers would be able to handle the Vikings soundly with all these COVID players, but the Chargers are just perplexing. They're a team that we cannot get a grasp on. They're good one week. They look like crap another week. They allow people to run all over them. They shut down the run and let Kirk Cousins pass. It's really perplexing to me. I do, Staley the defense. Oh, he's got a great defense over there. I don't think that's the truth. I don't think that's their identity. I don't know what the Chargers' identity is, to be honest with you. Is it Herbert chunking the rock? Is it Eckler being the masterpiece, the master chess piece that he is? I don't know what their identity is. I don't know that it's defense. I don't know that it's offense, and I don't know who they are on a week-to-week basis. But the Vikings finally won a close one. Hey, Seahawks at Packers, man. I bet big on this game. I won on it. It saved my bankroll. I knew Russell Wilson would be bad. I knew he was rushing this out. I knew the Seahawks don't play the Green Bay Packers that well. I knew that the Seahawks did not have a good enough defense to prevent the Packers from just controlling the game with the legs. I bet on A.J. Dillon. We talked about it on the Twitter. I said his line's only 40 yards. He went over it last week. He's going to go over it this week. He was my captain in my DFS. It really helped, man. If there's one betting advice I can give to you, it's bet on Green Bay. And in the past 2 years, if you've bet on Green Bay, you've only lost 4 games out of – what are we at now? We're at 10 this week. And he had 16, 17, 18 games in total last year. And he only lost 1, 2, 3 of those. So 15 last year. He's won 8 this year. Bet on Green Bay, man. That is a for sure betting philosophy. That just, if you want to build your bankroll, bet on Green Bay because they are the best team in the NFL. They have been the best team in the NFL the past 3 years. Whether they can win the Super Bowl or not, that's yet to be determined. But Green Bay is a very good bet line. Eagles at the Broncos. The Eagles just destroyed them. I took a plus line on the Broncos because I was afraid the Eagles would come in. But it turns out without Patrick Surtain, that secondary's got some problems. Darby's not going to be able to hold it up. The linebackers can't cover anybody. The Broncos just didn't look like they wanted to play. It didn't look like they wanted to play to me against the Eagles. So who are the Broncos? I don't know. I have no idea. They're Melvin Gordon. That's who they are. Melvin Gordon is the one you want to have on that team. No matter how many people tell you it's Williams, everybody in the media, everybody, all the dynasty people, I'll give Williams a ball, man. He's that much better. What are you talking about? Gordon pounds the Brock in. Williams makes one big play. The rest of if he didn't make that one big play every game, one big rush, his yards per carry would be crap. Look at the film. Quit buying into this hype. Williams is a rookie running back. He's not ready. That offensive line is not great. You need an experienced back a la Melvin Gordon. He's the one you want in that backfield. I've been telling you guys all season. Chiefs at Raiders, man. Just a complete beatdown by the Chiefs. This is their get-right game for those that thought the Chiefs were not good. The Raiders. Who are the Raiders? Who are the Raiders? I told you guys they were going to be in trouble without Henry Ruggs because they don't have somebody that Carr can just be like, all right, he's down there somewhere, and just throw it, and Ruggs will go find it. Say what you want about Ruggs. He might have been just like a post route or a go route guy, but it's very efficient, and it bailed them out of a lot of games. I think the Raiders are going to do what they typically do, and is collapse in the second half of the season. Look at this. Chargers loss. Raiders loss. Broncos loss. Who won? The Chiefs. The Chiefs won. Say what you want about the Chiefs. They're going to win that division. Do they have a good enough defense to just rocket through the playoffs? Hell no. They're going to lose in the playoffs. But I don't think that anybody in the AFC West is consistent enough to take it over. The Chargers, I don't know who they are. The Broncos, they can play really great one week, and, man, they don't have a game plan and get exposed the next week. The Raiders, I think they're going to collapse. I think they're going to do what they normally do. I think this is the end of the Derek Carr era in Las Vegas. As crazy it is to say. But when we take a look at that, the Chiefs are going to dominate that division. They're going to win it. They're going to be scary to play in the playoffs, but they don't have a defense. So they're going to have to outscore everybody. Let's look at the standings, guys. Let's bring up the all-important standings after 10 weeks, my friends. Bills, 6-3. Patriots, 6-4. Within the division, it doesn't say. I wish I had the division wins. I don't like it when they don't tell me that because that's the most important tiebreaker. That's okay. Patriots 6-4, Bills 6-3, Dolphins 3-7, maybe a chance. I doubt it. All right, look at the AFC West. All of a sudden, all the hype, everything going on. Chiefs are sitting at top, 6-4. We got Chargers 5-4, Raiders 5-4, Broncos 5-5. All right, so 2 teams still haven't had their bye week. All teams have 5 wins or less, or more. Excuse me. No team has a losing record in the AFC West. It's going to be very competitive. We go to the AFC North. Once again, no team has a losing record. So we know where the strength is not. It is not in the East. But the Ravens still holding on to 6-3. The Steelers got that 5-3-1 tie. That is going to change everything for that division. That is so crazy. The thing is, the AFC North, nobody won. Nobody won this past week. So they are all on a losing streak. Yet the Ravens are 6-3, Steelers are 5-3-1, Bengals are 5-4, and the Browns are 5-5. I think the Browns are going to have a bad second half of the season. Sorry to say that, Big Amo, but I don't expect them to play well. I think the other teams have superior offenses, and those will probably rise to the top later on in the year. Probably superior defenses too. The Bengals, I don't know, but Steelers and Ravens definitely. AFC South, the best team in the AFC conference, coming in at 8-2, meaning they have a 2-game lead, or at least, a 2-game lead on any other team in the AFC at the moment. The Tennessee Titans on a 6-game win streak. Holy mackerel. They were 2-2. They're 8-2 now. That's how a season can change. And Titans get a lot of breaks. But I've come to admit that Mike Vrabel is a good coach. You can say whatever you want. They win a lot of close games. I don't think that they have necessarily the best defense, but they play good enough defense to win. And we got to start putting, like, everybody, the coach of the year. You better start thinking about Mike Vrabel, because I guarantee there's only a few people that I saw that had the Titans, much less winning the AFC, but that's a very good possibility. Colts 5-5, man. They've turned around their division, turned around their season with these last 2 wins. They should have had that other one, but they let it slip through their hands. Of course, we're talking Jaguars 2-7, Houston Texans 1-8. Battle for last place, man. But crazy, the Texans have beat the Jaguars, so that could be pretty interesting going down the path right there. Let's take a look at the NFC East. Cowboys 7-2, Eagles 4-6, Washington 3-6, Giants 3-6. The worst division in football continues to be the worst division in football. It's been the worst division in football this century. I don't think it's going to change. I know there's so many Cowboys, Eagles, Giants fans, but that's just the truth. Y'all are in a sorry division. And the Cowboys will dominate it. But dig this. Everybody in the NFC East won this last week. Cowboys won, Eagles won, Washington won, Giants won. So no traction was gained, but maybe for the wild card. The Eagles going 3-6, that really helped their season, honestly. NFC West, as it sits right now, Cardinals 8-2, Rams 7-2, 49ers 3-5, Seahawks 3-6. As of right now, everybody has lost their last game in that division. That will turn around tonight with Rams at 49ers. We will look at the betting line here just after this. Packers, NFC North, 8-2, number 1 in the NFC. But there's just so much. It's just so crowded in the NFC. But the Packers are 8-2. The Vikings are 4-5. Got a win last week. Bears are 3-6, and the Lions are 0-8-1. That's bad, dude. That's bad. The Vikings might pull it out. They're a dangerous team to possibly get the wild card spot, because right now you got the Rams at 7-2, and then you got Saints at 5-4, and the Panthers at 5-5. I think that would round out your playoffs. I mean, 3 teams from the NFC South would be coming out of it. Let's take a look right now. Buccaneers 6-3, lost 2 in a row. Saints 5-4, lost 2 in a row. Panthers are 5-5, and they've won 1, and the Falcons are 4-5. So the Panthers really helped themselves out. They're literally just a game and a half out of first place right now. With Cam Newton coming back, with that defense, I told you guys at the beginning of the year, hey, with Teddy Bridgewater, I thought that this team could have won the division because their defense is that good. You got 3 great defenses in this division: Saints, Panthers, and Buccaneers. I think the Panthers have the best defense. As crazy as that might be for some people to hear, they've allowed 198 points, and they've played one more game than the Saints, who have allowed 178. So take it for what it's worth. That's what we're looking at now. The Packers only allowed 180 points, no bye weeks. That's pretty good. Seahawks only given up 186 points, but they just only put up 181. It's a difference sometimes. But there's your standings, man. It's not bad, not bad, not bad at all. Let's go ahead and look at the betting line. We got Rams at the 49ers. Rams are 3.5-point favorites. It's -105. They're telling you they might be a little closer than that. We got an over-under of 50, -180 on the money line for the Rams, +155 for the 49ers. Let's take a look and see if they've given us any odds boosts real quick before we break down some player props and so forth. I want to see. Sometimes there's a good one. Most of the time I avoid these. I don't even hardly look at them as much as I used to. Bounce back. Matthew Stafford to record 300-plus passing yards. I could see that happen. The 49ers have no secondary. George Kittle to recorded touchdowns at 210 too. That's a possibility. He'll have rap on him, so we'll see. Let's take a look at some player props real quick, and then we're going to build the same game live right here for you, my friends. As soon as this auto populates, if I can get it to load, sometimes it takes a little bit on me. Let's see here. We'll go ahead and knock out the standings. Maybe that'll make it run a little quicker. All right, let's see here. Let's go to touchdown score. Everybody loves the touchdown score. It's like a slinky. Everybody loves a slinky, baby. I do think Henderson's the best bet. Yeah, -120. Just put your money on that one. Why not? Cooper Kupp, -120. Elijah Mitchell, +150. These are anytime touchdown scores. Debo, 150. Odell's at +140. Get out of here. George Kittle, he's been boosted to 210. It's 180 right now. Tyler Higbee, 225. Van Jefferson, 250. I kind of like that one, too. I kind of like it. I think he's going to get a lot of looks. We'll look at his player prop yards, though. Sony Michel, 290. Rams defense, 450. 49ers defense, 550. Jimmy G, 450. Jeff Wilson, 310. Trey Lance, 650. All these other players we're not going to really worry about. Let's go to the running back wide receiver player prop action. Rushing yards. Darrell Henderson, 69.5. Elijah Mitchell, 63.5. Jimmy G, 3.5. Matthew Stafford, 2.5. So if you think they're going to scramble up those are pretty slow quarterbacks. I wouldn't trust it. But Jimmy G can't get over 3.5. That's not necessarily not going to happen. Receiving yards. The leading receiver, Debo Samuel, 69. Oh, wait. Cooper Kupp, 96.5 yards. Debo Samuel, 69.5. Each the respective leader for their team. Van Jefferson's line's at 47.5. A little bit higher than we might have been thinking. George Kittle's is at 59.5. Tyler Higbee's is at 40.5. Darrell Henderson's at 17.5. They did not give us Sony Michel. Kind of disappointed. Brandon Ayuk, 49.5. Maybe we can go under. Receptions, the highest reception line, Cooper Kupp, 7.5. Debo's 5.5. George Kittle's is 5.5 at +115. Brandon Ayuk's is at 4.5 at +120. Van Jefferson's 3.5, -165. I think the yards might be there. Rushing plus receiving, 90.5 yards for Darrell Henderson. Why not? I think it's golden. It's my favorite bet. You get two ways to get to a yard total at the end of the day. Rushing attempts, 15.5, 14.5. I do not do longest receptions. Those are dumb to me. Let's go look at defense and special teams, baby. You know where I like to go. We're going to tackles plus assists. Oh, they didn't give us any. These assholes. Oh, yeah, I guess I've just been winning too much money on that, guys. I'm sorry. That's not my desire to have that happen. But let's build the same game parlay. I feel like the Rams are going to win this game, so we're going to take the Rams on the plus just to make it a little easier. So let's see. Anytime touchdown score, man, I really want to put Henderson on there. He seems to be golden for it. Let's do it. That always helps your same game parlay. It's scary when you do it, but that's the way it is, my friends. Let's see here. Let's go to game lines. Everybody likes the game lines. Alternate spread. Let's get them to cover a 3.5-point spread. That's at +110 right now. Under, man, I want to take the under, but I don't trust these defenses, so we're just going to stay away from the over-under. We'll go to receiving yards. We're going to go with the person I feel good about, Van Jefferson. We'll tease his line down. Now we got a 3-leg. This is it. That's all I wanted. Something simple, baby. That's the risky one. Darrell Henderson, anytime touchdown score. Rams +3.5 on the spread, meaning they will not lose by more than a field goal. I think they're going to win. Over 34.5 yards from Van, the man, Jefferson. Do not buy into that OBJ crap. It is Van, the man, Jefferson. You telling me it's Sean McVay? Van, you see the connection? The V for victory. And I think that's what's going to happen. This is coming in at plus 205. Remember, don't go spend all your house money, man. Keep your bankroll and thought. We still have a long season to go. So don't be blowing it all. But I do think this is a very good same game parlay. Plus 205. So basically that's coming in. You put $1, you're getting 2 back. You got to like that. Or wait, you put in $1, you're getting 3 back, but you're winning 2. You got to like that. So Henderson anytime touchdown. Rams plus 3.5. Van Jefferson over 34.5 receiving yards. What's there not to like? What's there not to like about this bet? Let's go win some money, everybody. All right, let's take a look real quick. Anything else? But we need a breakdown. Get down. Let's see. There's a promo happening on basketball. You guys know I love basketball. I haven't been talking about it because I know it's all football fanatics. Opt in and get a 50% profit boost for any same game parlay. We're going to take advantage of that. I won't bore you guys with that one. I need to do a little more research, but my Nuggets are playing my Mavericks, 2 of my favorite teams. So I got to do something there. Those are the 2 teams I follow the most. And that's just let me be one more thing. We're going to take a little smoke break, and we're going to close it out proper, guys. If you have a team you follow more than any other team, and I know it's a popular thing, well, I got so much emotion and happiness invested into it, I don't really want to bet on them. And that's your philosophy, cool. I know there's a lot of bettors like that, a whole lot. My philosophy is I know these teams better than any other team out there. I have confidence. I know the roster. I know the depth. I know the minutes people are playing for basketball. I know the attempts. I know the amount of rushing attempts that Aaron Jones has been getting lately. I do know I've watched Aaron Dillon or AJ Dillon continuously get yards and always get positive yards. If you know these things, you should be utilizing that to your betting. Otherwise, that's like saying, how can I say this? That's like saying you need to dig a hole and you know where the shovels are at, but you're going to go grab the stick because, you don't want to ruin your emotional investment in your shovel. That's how I kind of look at that metaphor. I know that shovel's there. I know this hole's got to be dug. I feel pretty good about it. I trust my shovel. I know that it's taped together at this one spot so my hand doesn't get like more blisters on it. But now I'm going to go find this stick over here. It's got a pointy end on it. Let's dig with that. No, man. Use your knowledge and use your statistics available to you. Do not deny yourself a resource. You have this resource. Use it. Use your shovel. You know how to use it. You trust it. Don't go pick up a stick because you got a job you need to do. Just think about that. Let that set in for a little bit. All right. All right, guys. You guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, that's good. That's tasty stuff. Peace, guys.